Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining the Controversy 7 or Controversy 7 Ministry. I want to talk to you guys, have a real conversation with you guys about the Olympics that we are seeing now. Every time the Olympics come around after a few years, what you always see is the celebration that is always being done. It has been progressively getting worse and worse and worse. It's as though the Olympics now are actually revealing the true characters of the nations and of the kingdoms that are hosting them. And here's the thing that I want to bring to your attention. Anyone who claims to be a child of God, anyone who claims to be a Christian, or anyone who claims to be a follower of Yeshua, the Messiah, anyone who follows him who is called Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I believe that there's no way that you can be his follower yet be a partaker in events like the Olympics and be amongst the people who are there to make it a great experience for the whole world and for people to come together and all those things. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying this is because that day, that event, those events of the Olympics, yes, you might see that it has to do with sports, athleticism and all these things. But you must bear in mind that from the very opening all the way to the closing, all you see are demonic, satanic, and abominable practices that are being done right in front of everybody. And it progressively has been getting worse and worse. The symbolism is becoming more and more worse. Do you realize that God's anger is being displayed now even against Paris, against France? But remember this, France has always been a secular country. They have always been secular, right? Many nations around the world. And what they were celebrating were Greek gods, and also mocking the Last Supper. And also, they were pretty much glorifying that which was unclean and abominable and profane and blasphemous before the sight of the Almighty. And they have grievously provoked the Most High God to wrath. And I do believe that we are about to be seeing the wrath of God be displayed upon the world. You know, mankind has ignored these signs that God Almighty has put in His Word. God gave us a period of mercy and a period of peace that we may make peace with Him, and that we may come to seek to have mercy in His sight. Many people, it seems, they have forgotten who God is. They forgot who the God of Israel is. And the God of Israel is about to remind you just who He is and what His name is. He is about to reveal to you whom you have been blaspheming. That is what He's about to do. And it's not going to be a fun experience for the world. No. Sodomites are the ones taking over the Olympics. The profane, the abominable, the blasphemous, devil worshippers, these are they who are taking over these events. And if you go to participate in these events, guess what? You are a part of the problem, because you are aiding them in giving them what they want. And that is, you do know that when you go to the midst of a large throng, a mighty large crowd, you know that that there's energy around you, right? There's a certain aura in that place. Do you think that energy that is being projected in that stadium, do you think that that entire thing, even as they do their parades and as they do their opening ceremonies, the events, do you think that the Spirit of God, the Spirit of Christ, is the one that is leading that event, or is it the spirits, plural, of devils, plural? I will tell you, I believe that this entire performance, everything is strictly inspired by demons, and demons are the ones who are spearheading this. And demons, there's people, literally men, all right, if you look at the footage of the last supper, quote unquote, you'll actually see, it's when the blue man was singing, the guy who represents Dionysus, as he's singing this abominable song of his, as he's singing the song, to his right, there's a man literally standing there, and he's gay, and his ding dong is like hanging there. You can't make it up. It's right there. It's in front. And on top of that, there's a child also that is in the midst of them. There are children who went to this event. Children have been also invited to be participants in that event. These are children that are being groomed. I can't use that word because I'm not allowed to. Actually, I'll use the word, I'll describe it this way, all right? When you take your animal to get groomed, that's the word, all right? Animal grooming, except take that word grooming, you apply it to this context. That's what I'm basically describing to you. So essentially, children are being, prepared for the deception. And I'm telling you that the way that these people are operating, they are operating in such a way that it should deceive you, because many of you are going to think, oh, it's just a sports event. It's just this nation. Guess what? It's supposed to be, the Olympics are supposed to be the rings, the symbol of the rings. It's supposed to be the continents coming together. That's what it's supposed to be. Different continents, different countries coming together. You understand what I'm saying? I do believe that, I believe, from what I understand, I think Russia was banned. I think Russia's banned from joining the Olympics. And I do believe, my own personal opinion, I believe that the Russians, they would have been super happy. They would have been honored. I feel like the Russians feel honored. And I would be honored too if I was banished from going to their, I'll be like, yeah, hey, I'm good. I never wanted to go there in the first place. After seeing all the things that took place in Paris, I'm sure that Vladimir Putin and all of Russia were happy to say, oh, we're good. Obviously, that's an over-exaggeration, because there's many people in Russia who are trying to fight for the rainbow community, trying to fight. Oh no, did I get this right? Oh, okay. I almost thought that I've been talking the whole I almost thought this whole time I was talking and my mic wasn't connected. So I was like, oh man, this would have been a waste of recording, man. Because it happened before. Alright, it happened before where I did the whole recording. Bam, 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 boom. I'm like, yes, this is awesome recording. Bam, I'm all good to go. And then all of a sudden, yep, I go there and no audio. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh yeah. It happened to me before. Yo, it happens to the best. Happens to the best of us. You fall for the trap. You think you got a good recording, and all of a sudden, oops, I forgot to hit record. But nonetheless, the question ultimately is this: can I be a Christian and yet participate in the Olympics? I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to tell you no. I'm going to tell you that it's highly discouraged. It's not recommended. If I tell you no, then I'm telling you what to do. And if God tells you no, He can't force you. He gives you an option. He will tell you, if you go there, this is what's going to happen to you. You understand? These places are becoming cursed. If you are going to a place where God is not there, that ground is cursed. The whole place, that entire place needs true evangelism. People need, but then again, I mean, you know, people, there's a lot of people who are, man, I'm just trying to tell you guys, this is the thing. I'm actually beginning to feel like every time these events come around, I think we should be going to do evangelism to these things. We should go and like evangelize. Because there's lots of people who are in darkness. You know? Don't go and be a participant to go and participate in these events to help uplift it, but rather go and evangelize to people. But only if you are called. Do not send yourself. Don't send yourself to go and do evangelism. Let your Father in heaven send you. Go only when you are sent, when you are commissioned to go. Go. But if not, stay away. Do you understand? The time of judgment is closing. It's here. You know, the judgment of the living is taking place, and the living are still waiting. You know, they're still thinking that the judgment of the living is not taking place. We are being judged right now. We are being judged right now, my brothers and sisters. We are being judged right now. The whole thing is just straight, pure LGBTQ garbage. Garbage! Absolute garbage. Trash. And I didn't even watch the whole thing, by the way, and I don't need to. I don't need to watch the whole thing to tell you guys this. You guys, all you have to do is just look at a tiny bit of it and you know exactly what's being promoted there. You can see all the men dressed up as women, you know, nut sacks hanging here and there. All of them are men dressed as women. Women are not even being given an opportunity to even play their roles. Do you realize what the LGBTQ community is doing? Women are being stripped of their role as women within the Olympics. Men dressed up as women are the ones who are taking up your roles as women to play the part of women. And they can't do a good job. Men can never do a good job of playing the role of a woman. Men cannot. Men can never, ever in his life, ever play an excellent role of being a woman. Some of you might say, brother, there's lots of trannies who you can't even differentiate between them and women. They look even way more attractive than women. I will tell you guys, there's a lot of trannies out there that look extraordinarily beautiful than many women. And you know where you can find them? In Victoria's Secret. Those are not. Why is it called Victoria's Secret? A lot of those are not men. I mean, a lot of those are not women, but a lot of them are men. That's Victoria's Secret for you, right there. So you see those models there, those supermodels. A lot of those are men. So, but still, even though they may be this attractive, looking like real women, or even extraordinarily more beautiful than women, more than the average women, should I say, it doesn't change the fact that they can never be able to play the role of a woman. Why do I say this? Because they can never give birth, and they can never ever have XX chromosomes. Women also who transition to become men, terrible. Don't do that to yourself. You are beautiful vessels. I've seen pictures of very beautiful young girls, very beautiful, very gorgeous, and all of a sudden they start cutting their hair short and then bald, and side shaves, piercing their nose, putting those gauges on their nose and tattooing themselves. Oh man, it hurts me, man. It hurts my heart. That's just heartbreaking to see. Women, you are greatly beloved. You are beautiful vessels. Keep yourself the way that your Father in heaven has made you. Be proud of that. Be proud that your Father in heaven made you, then designed you the way that you are. Don't let society shape you. Don't let society reshape the image of God that was created in you. Don't let society take that and pervert it. Don't give society that which was given to you by your Father in heaven. If you give it to society, society will pervert it and they will destroy it. So protect yourselves, women. You are greatly beloved in the sight of your Father in heaven. You are greatly beloved. Even men, boys, you are greatly beloved. Boast in your Father in heaven that you are made in his image. Don't let anybody rob you of your joy or nor of your crown. Let your peace be found in Christ. That being said, friends, I'm not going to hold you off. I forgot to say this at the beginning. If you got this far, don't forget to destroy the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe, and turn on all your bell notification icons on. Destroy the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Give this video a big fat thumbs up to make sure that we keep the engagement going, to make sure that we change the algorithm so that these videos get recommended to people. That being said, this is Controversy 7 Ministry. Thank you for tuning in and for joining me. Blessings to all of you. You take good care of yourselves. Be blessed, be safe. I will see you shortly in the next video.